Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into some really unique sources. They unpack these ancient stories, these deep ideas, using the figures of the first Adam and the last Adam.
That's right. It's a fascinating lens to look through.
And our mission really for you listening is to maybe uncover some surprising connections, things about free will, this idea of a helper, and how the cross is framed as, well, absolutely key to finishing creation itself.
Yeah, it's quite a perspective.
So let's jump in. These sources, they immediately set up this comparison, right? First Adam, last Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And what struck me first was, how their paths kind of mirror each other, even though they're ages apart. Both end up facing death, and it's tied to their bride, whether that's a wife or the church.
Yeah, that parallel is definitely there. Both love this bride figure, even unto death, as the sources put it.
But their fates seem similar, so what's the actual core difference? It can't just be a repeat.
No, absolutely not. And that's the crucial point. The reason for their death is completely different. The first Adam dies because of his own sin, his choice.
Okay.
The last Adam, though, dies for the bride's sin. He takes her wrongdoing unto himself.
Ah, okay. That's a huge shift.
It is. And there's more. The first Adam's helper, the woman, well, she didn't or couldn't prevent the sin. But the last Adam's bride, the transformed church, she actually becomes a true helper.
How so?
By proving truth, preparing the way for judgment, according to these texts. It's a total reversal of that initial dynamic.
Interesting. Okay, let's switch gears slightly. The sources talk about God creating this helper specifically for the first Adam. The goal was to help him navigate the whole tree of knowledge thing.
Yes, that's the setup.
But there's a twist here, isn't there? It's not quite that simple.
Not at all. The source actually suggests Adam should have picked God as his main helper over the woman to steer clear of sin.
Right, that makes a kind of sense, but...
But here's the kicker. The source then says that very idea, Adam just needing to choose God directly back then, is, and this is the term used, a flawed idea if you look at it in isolation.
Flawed. Why flawed?
Because, and this is central, free will itself is only completed through the cross. That's the argument presented. So even if Adam hadn't sinned right then, his free will would still have been, let's say, unfinished, imperfect, still potentially leading to sin down the line without this bigger cosmic picture involving the cross.
Wow. Okay, that's a big idea. So free will itself inherently contains the possibility of sin. Like, it's part of the package until something else happens.
That's exactly what these sources are driving at. They state pretty clearly that free will can't be perfected, and you can't get rid of the possibility of sin without the cross.
And this wasn't a plan B.
Apparently not. It's presented as something God actually preordained. Planned for creation's ultimate completion before anything was even created.
Before creation.
That's the claim. Which implies, well, if Adam hadn't sinned, maybe things would have gone differently. Or maybe someone else, some other being capable of sin, would have ended up in a similar position.
To ensure the cross was necessary.
To ensure the path to completion, which required the cross, unfolded.
So it sounds almost like Adam's fall, his death, ironically ended up showing his own incompleteness and maybe guiding humanity towards accepting God as the real helper, which all leads up to the last Adam's sacrifice.
That does seem to be the logical thread here, yes. The unperfected state naturally leads towards the potential for sin. God allows choices within that framework, even choices that reject grace.
And judgment follows those choices.
It follows the confirmation of those choices, freely made. It's presented not as God lacking love, but as the consequence of paths chosen when offered perfection through the cross.
So tying this all together then, for you listening, what's the takeaway? The cross isn't just about forgiveness, is it?
Not solely, no. It's framed as the ultimate proof of God's love and justice. It's the way free will finally gets perfected.
Right, and the way sin's possibility is, for those who accept it, finally removed, it seems to create this ultimate separation. Those who embrace this path head towards eternal life, and those who reject it choose judgment.
Exactly. So we've looked at this really deep interpretation where the first Adam's mistake wasn't just an accident. It was maybe part of a much bigger preset design.
A design aimed at the ultimate completion of everything free will, love, all through the cross.
It definitely challenges you to think about choice and consequence on a cosmic scale, not just individual acts, but pieces in a larger plan.
Which leaves us, and leaves you, with a pretty profound question to mull over. If things like struggle, even suffering, are presented here not just as random hardships, but maybe as necessary paths to completing who we are at our core. What does that suggest about the challenges and the choices you face in your own life? Something to think about.